Hey guys, Viggoman here and welcome back to another video. Today we are back at Lunden. Lunden is growing very slowly, but it is growing. I'm taking my time here and it's quickly turning into one of my favorite projects ever. And I'm really grateful for all the amazing support from every single one of you. I really hope that if you enjoyed this project here, you will show me that you enjoy it by pressing the like button. Today we are building 3 more houses to this place here, including we have a Tailor, we have some people making fishing gear, we have a couple of fishermen, we have all tons of stuff around this place here, and we're also building the market, where we're gonna have market stalls, a little fountain, and all that just kind of brings Lunden to life. I quickly want to mention that I have a Discord server you can join by pressing the links down below, and in there's a specific channel for this project here. So if you have ideas or just want to look at the maps and stuff, that's where you'll find all that kind of information. And with all of that being said, let's finish up this time lapse here, and then we'll move into the first person point of view, where we will take a look at everything. I'm sorry to start off with such a brutal view, but I have added a whale to this place. And not a stranded whale, because the people here actually brought it on land on purpose. But it looks like a stranded whale here. Very happy with the design. It looks so derpy and so cute and so brutal. I don't really know what to feel about this thing. But there is a whale here, and they started kind of chopping it up, getting some of those nice whale fillets they can sell and stuff. And I tried to really kind of replicate the process here. So you have the whale, and then you chop off these large bits here, and you kind of cut out the meat from that, and you can bring that on top to the market here or other places by carts. And here we have part of the skeleton from the choppage of these the whale here, and it's looking really brutal, but it tells a story, and I love the way it looks here. In the back here you can actually see the buildings for today, and I'm very happy with that as well, and been kind of layering the beach here as well a little bit. All that just to tie together. That is something for a future episode where I'm going to be focusing on everything around here. In fact, I plan on doing one more episode for buildings, where I will be building on this section here. So we'll build the blacksmith over there, a bathhouse where the pink block is, and then up here where the stream is a little bit more intense, we'll do a brewery because the water is better there, I think. And then we have the city done, and then I'll do one episode for the farms, and then we'll move up to the castle, which is going to be built over there. But let's get to the buildings we have today. In the middle of all the buildings, we have this beautiful market, which, we sell all sorts of stuff. We have this statue here, which is depicting a fox. It's a really derpy fox, but honestly, I'm happy that I was able to even do this myself without anyone helping, because statues and organics is not really my cup of tea. And I like the way it looks, but it's just so horrible to work with. So it's built out of copper and it's slightly oxidized, as you can see here, but it's looking really fancy. I like it. And then on the market here we have all sorts of stuff. Been using combination of the victory mod stands and then doing custom ones, and I think together it really makes it feel this place come alive. I like the way we have then this bridge here, taking you over to the part we have been working on in the past. It's going to be a little bit back and forth here, because there's a lot of details, but I really want to point out the things that kind of to me spoke to me the most about building this thing. So just kind of try to stay on board with my thought process here, and I think we'll get to most of the stuff around here. And then we have this beautiful bridge here. I did that in the last episode, but I don't think I really covered it. I like this double arches here. My thought process here is that you don't really want to take your boats upstream, because it's not really that big of a river here or a stream. It's just kind of from there. Of course it's smaller because it's Minecraft and stuff and the limitations, but yeah, you don't really bring the boats up here. There's a massive tides, so it'd probably be very dangerous as well to bring boats up there. So it's just a small bridge to get to the other side here. What I really like is this building here that is kind of built on just in the river here, kind of where the river bends. It looks really awesome, I think, kind of following the bend here. It looks really organic, really medieval, and the view from here, if you just ignore the blue wool, I think it's kind of one of the best spots of this town here. So yeah, And then I don't think there's too much more like that kind of stuff I want to point out. No, let's get to the actual buildings here. So let's check out this building here first. On the left side, the building here, we have a shop for selling like a cartographer, selling maps and stuff for navigation for the fishermen and travelers and all of that sort of stuff. So in here we have a little shop. Here we have this sextant. Is that what it's called? Yeah, sextant. And then in the back here we have some map making. So he's kind of sitting here drawing new maps from references and stuff, and then storing them here. And then we have more maps over here, which he then sells. In the back here there's a little like backyard, and here we have some very conveniently placed clothes racks or lines here for drying them, and looking over at the watermill, which looks absolutely awesome. From here we can go through and then into a little storage in the back here. This is some kind of pantry, but from here you can go up. This is actually the door here, so the bigger door in the tower there. So from here you can go upstairs, and then up here we have like the apartment for the family running the cartographer. I'm sorry. So it's really cool, big and open, and yeah, it feels medieval. And then we can go even further up here. We get a beautiful view looking down at the market here, on the river and the ocean and all that sort of stuff. And it will be a little bit sheltered from the weather because of the other buildings here. So really, a really nice part of property here. So that's cool. And then up here we have some more bedrooms for the kids and that sort of stuff here. Then we have the master bedroom here, kind of separated with a little wall here, and yeah, really cool stuff. So let's go downstairs, and I'm gonna check out the other building which is adjacent to this one. So I like to do that here in this place. It's something unique, or not really unique, but it's a nice way of incorporating different buildings, making the buildings have more unique shapes. So most of the buildings around here you'll see are not standalone buildings. So we have the cartographer here, and then adjacent to that we have I want to call it Tailor, but I don't think it's called a Tailor. He's making fishing clothes, and if you're not familiar with that, I'm not really sure how commonly it's used, but in Norway, where I come from, back in the days, and still kind of, we're using clothes that are kind of infused with oils and stuff to make them more water resistant. So the shop here is kind of selling that, and I haven't really done the proper research to see if it's actually has been used in medieval Europe, because Lunden is like French, German inspired. But yeah, anyway, at least this guy is selling like special clothing for the fishermen to use while at sea, which will kind of yes, handle the water from the waves and the slippery wet fish and rain and all that sort of stuff better. So that's kind of what we're selling here. And then I'm using this thing here to kind of be like an oil tank, so you're dipping the clothes in there and then kind of making it water resistant. So that's that shop here. And then we'll quickly move around here to the back, where we have the apartment here. I don't want to go into too much detail for the apartments for all the different houses here, because they're all quite similar. But yeah, here we have a little one, so we'll take a quick look at them, and then I'll provide a download eventually. So here we have, yeah, little bedroom and stuff. There's a little cute balcony here. I really like this one. Just kind of over here, you can look down at the apothecary, I think this one is, and then, no, it's not. What's this thing? I can't remember. Yeah, maybe it is an apothecary. I don't know. And then we have, there's going to be some bridges and bathhouses and stuff. It's going to be a pretty wonderful balcony to see that. And then there's more stuff up above, but let's not take a look at that. It's going to be very similar to the rest of the stuff. Another thing I kind of forgot, but I want to just quickly point out, is something that I've been playing around with a little bit more this episode, and you might see it here. I've been trying to add more like wall decorations, because it's really common in a lot of medieval towns that they had like art on the walls, and so what you can see here, we have some paintings like that, and over there, and then up in the tower here, and yeah, they're added to all the other buildings here as well. Just some bits here and there, and it's just a way to add some color, because these buildings here are relatively boring color wise. They're white, gray, brown or tan, and then roof, and it's not really colorful at all, and some already noticed this, but I'm also adding some of this blue or copper to the chimneys, and again, it's just like a little way of adding some minor color to this place, and I think together it's looking pretty fine with the colors and the details and the simplicity of the otherwise boring color palette for this building here. I think it's looking awesome. Alright, the next building here is this one, and here, this is an actual Tailor. You can see from the sign here. So we have like the Tailor here in the middle, and then there's an adjacent building here which kind of extends to the top, which is the apartment for the people running the place. So in here we have the Tailor. I love this design here. It's looking like a dress, kind of hung up on a wall here, so that's really nice. And then there's a lot of different clothes here stored in the back. And then here we have the workshop where the Tailor makes all the sort of clothing. We have some racks for textiles. And then here we have this mannequins. Is that what they're called? To test the clothes on and perfect it on. So yeah, that's like the store here, and there's nothing like connected to that, because if you want to go upstairs, you'll have to go through the back here. And one thing I really like about this building is that there are apartments within the building, so it's not just like one family living here. So here we have like a community storage area. So one of the people living in the one of the apartments is a fisherman, so there's some crates and stuff here. Up here, more storage, and then some sitting areas, and then the first apartment is in here. So in here, it's just a really small apartment from one of the fishermen. So a little kitchen, small oven here, a bed, and some sitting areas, and all you really need to survive. So it's nothing too fancy. Then you can continue upwards. Here we get to the second, the larger apartment, which is probably the house owner. So here we have a bigger kitchen area with an oven and that sort of stuff. And then in the back here we have the bathroom. This might be shared with the person below as well. So yeah, a little bathroom thing in this little section. Then we have the master bedroom, which is quite large. So you'll see we have a massive double bed, king-size bed here. We have a bathtub, some sitting areas for them, and then we have this cool turret here. Can I not get through that? I'm too fat for that. I didn't even test that. But yeah, imagine the view, just looking down at the statue and the market and then at the ocean. It's pretty beautiful. And then upstairs we have more housage. We have more beds and storage and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, really cool. I love the way we can have multiple households. Yeah, multiple households within each kind of building here. Kind of makes it feel more crowded and yeah, more unique in a way. The second one here is just an apartment for a fisher, so there's not like a shop down here. So we'll just take a quick look at the first floor. A kitchen and that sort of stuff, and then a pantry in the back here, which is pretty cool. This is then connected to like a back door here to some storage area, and then I'll have the path wrap around here, and then from here I'll have some farms extending towards the mountains, kind of enclosing the entire village or town with some farms and stuff. So that's going to be pretty beautiful once we get that in here. I'm looking forward to that. And then we're back at the market again. This building here, we have also two households. If I remember correctly, the first one here is a cooper. In the back, he's producing barrels, just like that. It's pretty fancy, and we have some materials and all that sort of stuff. And then yeah, he'll bring them to the market here. And then next to that we have I think, what is this? Yeah, this is also a fisherman, so it's a big one. The fishermen are pretty wealthy here, so maybe there's like people that are standalone fishermen, and maybe some are running like bigger corporations where they like hire people to fish together with them in bigger boats. I think that will be the thing. Eventually we'll build a couple of fishing boats around this place as well. Let's check out this building here. It's pretty cool. So here we have a kitchen area, and you can see we have the fishing gear hung up here. And then there's a little back area here where he slays the fish. So you have a little table for slaying, and then there's a little stair going down to the beach here. So maybe we'll have like some small boats dragged up on the shore here. And then we can continue up here, and then we have some living areas for the family. We have the master bedroom in here. It's not too big, but it gets the job done. And then we can go up here inside the tower and get into the attic, where we have some beds and some sitting areas and that sort of stuff. We can also continue even further up to the beautiful view from the tower here. And that, my friends, is everything for today's episode. I really do hope that you enjoyed. If so, make sure to smack the like button, and if you haven't done it already, make sure to subscribe. It's been Viggoman, and I'm out.